We're on Shabbat, Perek Kaf Gimel Mishnah Aleph, first Mishnah in the 23rd chapter of Shabbat. These Mishnahot are going to talk a little bit about things that you're not permitted to do with speech. We've learned before, there's a pasuk in Yeshayahu. The Yeshayahu says to the people, Im tashi b'Shabbat raglecha, v'asot chavtzecha b'yom kodshi. If you stop doing, walking your feet in the way, v'karata l'Shabbat oneg, and you call Shabbat, the Sabbath, a delight, l'kdosh Hashem mechubad, to Hashem, v'kibadeto me'asot drachecha, you will honor it from doing your drachecha, your drachim, your ways, mimtzo chavtzecha v'daver davar, not pursuing your business or speaking thereof. So we learned that there's certain aspects of speech that are prohibited on Shabbat, that are prohibited. Chazal added to these prohibitions. So the question is, what is included? And we're going to see that there's included a certain kind of business, certain kind of talk, etc. So the Mishnah says the following: So let's say I come to Shabbat, I'm out of oil. So can I go to my neighbor and borrow? Because in essence, that's a business transaction. I will pay you tomorrow. I will pay you tomorrow if you lend me oil today. So the Mishnah says, yes, you can. Shoel, you're allowed to borrow. Ubilvad shelo yomar la halveini. Don't say halva'a. Halva'a means, can you loan me? That's a loan. That's a business transaction. Can I borrow is an interpersonal transaction. It's a personal relationship. Can I borrow your lawnmower? Not on Shabbat, of course. Sure. Will you loan me your lawnmower? It sounds like I need it for my business, and that's prohibited, and that's something that we avoid on Shabbat. V'cheina isha mechaverta kikarot. Woman can borrow bread from her friend. Same thing. I'm not exactly sure why the Mishnah needs to add ha'isha michaverta. Okay? But nonetheless, so we see you can say shoel, but you can't say lehalvot, to loan. The Bartanura adds halva'a lizman meruba mashma. Why do you say halva'a? Because that implies for an extended period of time. Can you loan me oil? The kaimalan, and we've learned, stam halva'a shloshim yom. The default loan is 30 days. Hilkach atemava likhtov al kinkaso. So the guy, if it's a loan for 30 days, if I lent him a bottle of wine or a jug of wine, that has value. I'm going to write it down in my notebook. Kach v'kach hilvitani hilviti leploni. This is how much I lent him so that I won't forget. So I can borrow, but I can't loan. V'chein im eino ma'amino. If im eino ma'amino. What if I don't trust you? Meaning, you want to lend to me, but I'm sorry, you've not paid me back in the past. Meniach talito etzlo ve'oseich cheshbon la'achar Shabbat. So I can't write it down. Obviously, it's Shabbat. But the guy can say, listen, I'll pay you back after Shabbat, and I'm going to leave you my coat, or leave you whatever value, okay? And then you'll pay me back after Shabbat. The Kahati adds, he says, Bilvad shelo yomar lo, you can't say, begezeh yehi mashgon. You can't say, I'll leave you a mashgon, I'll leave you collateral. You're not allowed to talk in terms of loans. You say, I'll leave you my talit here, and then I'll get it after Shabbat. And everybody understands what's going on. When everybody came to Yerushalayim, and they had to bring a korban Pesach, so they had to buy the animals from the salesman. So let's say Erev Pesach happened to be on Shabbat. They would do the korban Pesach they would have to bring the korban Pesach on that day, on Shabbat. Okay, and they had a whole procedure for doing that, and they would actually bring the korban. But if a person didn't have the animal, how could he go ahead and what you would say is buy it? But you're not allowed to buy things on Shabbat. So Mishnah says, Miniach talito etzlo. He leaves his garment in the possession of the animal salesman. V'notel et pischo, and he takes the Pesach, he takes the animal. V'osei cheshbon la'achar Yom Tov, and then after Yom Tov is over, Shabbat, and then Yom Tov, once Yom Tov is over, Sunday night, then in order he'll go back and get his talit, and he'll settle up with the owner of with the animal salesman. Obviously, it's probably better to buy the animals from before Shabbat, but things happen. We'll stop here. As always, if you have comments or questions, send me an email, and we'll dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman.